What's up, Brian Tong here, and welcome to the Apple Byte for all the good and bad stuff inside the world of Apple, so let's get to the show. Now, the iPad has been a success, and more media companies are jumping on board to the evolving device. According to Bloomberg, HBO will make their HBO Go streaming service available on the iPad and other mobile devices in about 6 months for free for paying HBO subscribers. You know, people have been waiting for HBO shows like Entourage and True Blood, and HBO is not the only one who wants in. Verizon also announced they will release an iPad app that will allow FIOS TV subscribers to stream live TV to their iPads over their local Wi-Fi in their home. The iPad would be treated like another TV screen since it has to be used locally, so Verizon doesn't expect any problems with content providers. Now, the iPhone 4 is still awaiting its launch in other countries. There's still no Verizon iPhone, but of course, we're already talking about the next-gen iPhone. TechCrunch is reporting that Apple has already built prototype phones with near-field communication chips for testing. It's a short-range wireless technology that's used for many things, including mobile payments, and I was able to check out the tech in Japan as far back as 2004. Now, Apple recently hired an NFC expert for their mobile commerce division, and we've also shown you a peek at their future app ideas for shopping and using the iPhone for travel. Now, we're playing catch-up to other countries, but this is the future, so it's something to look forward to. Now, in slightly disturbing news, Wired Magazine discovered that the man who runs Apple's App Store process is quite the developer himself. Philip Shoemaker also happens to sell iPhone apps under the company name Grey Noodle. Apps like iWiz are described as simulating the experience of urinating for a long time, and the life-changing Animal Farts can let you make an animal butt facing forward fart, poop, drop, or whiz. Now, it's pretty obvious we are throwing out the bad apple on this guy. And I'm just really glad that these are the people approving apps that could potentially change our lives. All right, let's check out a quick tip for getting PDFs on your iPad.
Step one, and maybe the most challenging step, is actually saving your document as a PDF. Now, if you haven't done it before, you may be confused as to how exactly to do it. On a Mac, it's dead simple. You actually go from the print menu and you can actually save as a PDF. From there, we find that the easiest way to do it is just email the document to yourself. And we just downloaded a free EPUB. There are a lot out there. This is David Copperfield by Charles Dickens, a 3.9 megabyte file. Once it's downloaded, you can click on it and it opens up a preview within email. Now, at the top, there's an open in button. You just tap that and it actually shows you all of the apps that can read that. We'll pick iBooks and it imports it really quickly. And then it adds it to a library that's a parallel library to what's on your book collection on your iBooks app. Now, the difference here is that you can't really change the font sizes, and as you notice, there's no pretty page turning. You're going to have to deal with just side-by-side scrolling. Another nice thing about PDF files is they'll retain all of their color and graphics as well. So if you have big brochures or digital magazines, those work great too. Now, if you don't want to email it to yourself, you can always simply do it from iTunes the same way you would with EPUB or other files. When you connect it within iTunes, you can choose to add it within iTunes under the Documents area. You can add the files that you want. So that's it. It's a more diverse e-reader than you think, and it's really easy to get files from your email if you're using PDFs. I'm Scott Stein, and that's how to read PDF ebooks on your iPad.
Thanks, Scott. Now let's check out some other news. We've covered the battle between Apple and Adobe's Flash. Adobe has said they've moved on while HTML5 is making strides with third-party sites. Video-based website Vimeo recently launched their universal player that's compatible with iOS devices to view embedded Vimeo content. Yahoo Mail users have something to cheer about after they recently released their HTML5-based webmail interface specifically built to take advantage of the iPad's larger screen, caching of emails for offline use, and other features. Now, a recent Snow Leopard graphics update has been released, and Valve helped Apple with its development. You'll want it if you're a hardcore gamer, with frame rate performance increasing from 15 to 120%. All right, and Apple goes Gaga for Lady Gaga. The pop star recently made a visit on Apple's campus and took some time to take pictures with employees to show them what style is all about. Why are we even mentioning this? So I could do this. Poker face, poker face,
You look extremely ridiculous right now. Yeah.
All right, I think that's going to do it for this week's show. Send us your emails and questions and comments to the Apple Byte at CNET.com. I'm Brian Tong. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next week for another bite of the Apple. Poker face, poker face.
That is so